A shockwave has rippled through the continent, one so strong that even leaders who once stood firmly behind Ukraine are beginning to hesitate. The spark? A fierce warning from Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orban, who says that pouring more EU money into Ukraine right now is like giving vodka to an addict. The image is powerful, it's emotional, and it's forcing Europe to confront a question it has avoided for months. How long can the EU keep sending billions to Kiev while corruption scandals explode and the war grinds on with no visible end? At the centre of this storm is a newly uncovered scheme allegedly siphoning off tens of millions of dollars from Ukraine's struggling energy sector, money that came from Western taxpayers. And now, as the European Commission pushes for even more massive funding, Orban says, enough is enough. Tonight we'll break down what happened, who's involved, and what this could mean for the future of the war. And Europe itself? Stay with me. This is a turning point story. It all began when European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen sent a message to all EU capitals. In this message, she warned that Ukraine is about to face a huge financial disaster.
Good morning.
Nice to see you. How are you?
Thank you for the invitation.
Hi, Ambassador. How are you, madam? Nice to see you.
According to her assessment, Kiev is staring at a massive budget shortfall, about €135.7 billion, or over $152 billion for the next 2 years. To cover this hole, she proposed 3 major options. 1. Voluntary contributions from EU member states. 2. New joint borrowing at the EU level. 3. Large reparations-style loan backed by frozen Russian central bank assets. This wasn't a small request. It was a demand for unprecedented financial commitment, and that is precisely what triggered outrage in Budapest. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban said he was shocked when he received the letter. In his view, the Commission was ignoring something extremely serious: Ukraine's widening corruption scandal. He asked a simple but powerful question. How can Europe send more money when we still don't know where the previous billions went? Then he delivered the comment that shook the continent. It's like trying to help an alcoholic by sending them another crate of vodka. The statement spread across Europe within hours, dominating headlines and triggering fierce debate. Orban insisted that instead of pushing for more funds, the Commission should be demanding strict oversight, transparency, and accountability, or even pausing payments entirely until answers are found. Hungary, he said, has not lost its common sense. The timing of Orban's comments is crucial because they came right after a major corruption case was exposed inside Ukraine's energy sector. Ukrainian anti-corruption investigators say they uncovered a scheme involving Timur Mindish, a former business associate of President Vladimir Zelensky. According to the report, around $100 million in kickbacks were taken from contracts linked to Energoatom, Ukraine's nuclear energy operator, a company heavily dependent on foreign financial support. This wasn't a small, hidden operation. This was a major network inside one of Ukraine's most critical industries, an industry that relies almost entirely on Western-funded contracts. The scandal triggered immediate concern across Europe, with several member states now questioning whether their taxpayers' money is being used responsibly. At the same time as this scandal was unfolding, Ukraine began pushing for a new €140 billion loan backed by frozen Russian central bank assets. But there's a problem. Most of these assets are held in Belgium, and Belgian officials are extremely cautious about using them. Russia has already issued a warning, calling any attempt to use its frozen funds theft and promising legal retaliation. This places the EU in a delicate position, caught between Ukraine's financial desperation and the risk of triggering major legal or diplomatic consequences. French newspaper Le Monde reported that the corruption scandal has hit Ukraine's political standing hard. Several European leaders, who were once solid supporters of unlimited aid, are now beginning to change their tone. The scandal has strengthened arguments from politicians calling for reduced aid raised concerns among EU taxpayers, slowed down discussions on future funding, and increased pressure on Kiev to clean up its internal systems. Meanwhile, Ukraine is also struggling to secure a new loan from the International Monetary Fund, IMF, adding to the financial strain. A massive corruption scandal, a gigantic budget deficit, a war showing no signs of conclusion, EU hesitation, and Ukraine's urgent need for foreign cash has created a moment of real uncertainty in Europe. Orban's comments may have sparked controversy, but they represent a sentiment that is rapidly spreading among European voters. Is endless funding sustainable? And where is the money actually going? For Ukraine, this scandal arrives at the worst possible moment. For the European Union, it raises questions about unity, responsibility, and long-term commitment. For Russia, it offers an opportunity to challenge the credibility of Western support. This story is far from over. Should Europe pause financial aid to Ukraine until corruption investigations are complete? Share your thoughts below. Let's discuss respectfully. This situation is developing fast. Stay tuned for updates, analysis, and real-time breakdowns as the story evolves. If this report gave you clarity or insight, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Your support helps this channel keep delivering powerful, unbiased global updates.